Have you ever noticed the reaction people give when you mention sardines? Some wrinkle their noses or scoff at the thought of eating them. Have you ever wondered if those canned sardines are good for your health? What if I told you that the inexpensive little fish packed in those small metal cans sitting quietly in the back of your pantry could actually be one of the most powerful nutritional benefits you could easily add to your diet? What if eating them could help protect your heart, strengthen your bones, and even prevent diabetes? Sardines often carry an image problem. In the United States, they're not a go-to for most people. They're either considered food for those with little money, or they're seen as something exotic that only the sophisticated European foodies are enjoying. This perception has led to a significant blind spot in our collective food consciousness. Beyond the taste, few people ever consider the vast nutritional value of sardines. But here's the twist. Nutrition scientists have been studying sardines for years, and their research is uncovering something we've all overlooked. Want to know more? Stick with us until the end to make sure you're getting the most out of this food, while still looking after your health. I bet by the end of this, you'll never view a can of sardines in the same light again. But before we dive into it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Do you eat canned sardines regularly? How do you prepare them? Where are you from? Leave a comment below so we can get to know you better. So, what exactly are sardines? Sardines, or pilchards as they're also called, are small fish with a strong, savory flavor and an oily texture. They're a part of the herring family and are named after the island of Sardinia, Italy, where they were once found in abundance. What makes sardines stand out from most other fish is how they're typically eaten. They're consumed whole, bones, skin, organs, and all. This is a stark contrast to how we usually consume fish, where we toss away almost everything but the flesh. This matters more than you might think, as many of the nutrients we tend to throw away, such as the bones and organs, are some of the most nutrient-dense parts of the fish. A typical 5-ounce can of sardines contains about 160 calories, 18 grams of protein, and 8.5 grams of fat, most of it being the healthy kind. But the real kicker lies in the micronutrient content. That same can delivers 7 micrograms of vitamin B12, over 100% of your daily needs. 3.6 micrograms of vitamin D, about 20% of your daily needs. 286 milligrams of calcium, roughly 30% of your daily needs. 9 milligrams of iron, over 10% of your daily needs. 737 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids, far exceeding daily recommendations. These numbers make sardines one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. So, what do these nutrients do for your health? Here's where things get really interesting. 1. Heart health. The unsung hero of whole foods. Cardiovascular disease continues to be the #1 cause of death in the United States, a sobering reality that has sparked a great deal of research and innovation in the field of heart health. One of the most celebrated discoveries has been the power of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly those found in fish oil. These essential fatty acids, commonly linked to improved heart function and reduced risk of heart disease, have led to the rise of a multi-billion-dollar supplement industry. But while fish oil supplements have been the go-to for many looking to protect their heart, a groundbreaking study published in April 2023 in Frontiers in Nutrition might just change the way we think about omega-3s. In this study, researchers revealed that the omega-3 fatty acids found in whole sardines may actually provide greater heart protection than the isolated omega-3 supplements commonly found in stores. The researchers' findings are a reminder that nature's way of packaging nutrients can often be more effective than synthetic versions. Sardines, often overlooked as a modest seafood option, are loaded with not just omega-3s, EPA, and DHA, but a powerful cocktail of other nutrients including calcium, potassium, magnesium, iron, and zinc. These nutrients work together to combat inflammation and oxidative stress, two major contributors to heart disease. The lesson here goes beyond the benefits of omega-3s alone. It's an example of what we've learned with other nutrients too. Take vitamin C, for example. When consumed in isolation as a pill, it doesn't work as well as when it's part of a whole food, like an orange, which contains a variety of compounds that enhance vitamin C's absorption and effectiveness. Sardines, packed with a variety of nutrients in their whole form, provide a clear demonstration of how food synergy, the combined action of multiple nutrients, can offer a level of protection that single supplements cannot replicate. So, the next time you're considering a supplement for heart health, remember that whole foods like sardines offer a much more comprehensive package. They might just be the heart-protective powerhouses we've been overlooking. 2. Bone health, a nutrient-rich alternative to dairy. When we think of bone health, calcium is usually the first nutrient that comes to mind. It's commonly associated with dairy products, especially milk, which is often touted as the best source of calcium. However, not everyone can or wants to consume dairy, whether due to lactose intolerance, allergies, or dietary preferences. Fortunately, for those looking for alternative sources of calcium, sardines may just be the answer. One of the key benefits of eating sardines is that they come with their edible bones, which are rich in calcium. These bones are soft and completely digestible, making sardines an incredible source of bioavailable calcium. But sardines don't just stop there. Each can of sardines provides a significant dose of vitamin D, which is crucial for the body's ability to absorb and properly utilize calcium. In fact, a single can of sardines provides about 30% of the daily recommended intake of calcium, making them a highly effective food for promoting strong, healthy bones. Recent research published in Nutrients 2022 has emphasized the critical role of calcium and vitamin D in maintaining bone health, particularly in older adults. A deficiency in either of these nutrients can lead to weakened bones, poor healing from fractures, and an increased risk of conditions like osteoporosis. For individuals who avoid dairy, sardines offer a powerful, nutrient-dense alternative to help support bone strength and repair. In addition to calcium and vitamin D, sardines are rich in other minerals like magnesium and phosphorus, which also contribute to bone health. Together, these nutrients form a potent combination that works in concert to maintain bone density and strength. Some studies have even suggested that the nutrients found in sardines may aid in the healing process of hip fractures, providing hope for those in need of bone repair. For those concerned about the potential health risks of consuming dairy or simply looking for a more sustainable, nutrient-rich alternative, sardines provide an exceptional, underappreciated source of bone-supporting nutrients. Whether you're avoiding dairy for personal reasons or just looking to diversify your diet, incorporating sardines into your meals is a simple and delicious way to strengthen your bones and improve overall health. 3. Diabetes prevention. The relationship between diet and chronic health conditions is often discussed, but here's an interesting perspective. Sardines may help in preventing diabetes. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), nearly 96 million adults in the United States, about 1/3 of the adult population, are living with prediabetes. This condition is a serious risk factor for type 2 diabetes, a disease that can lead to long-term health complications like heart disease, kidney damage, and nerve damage. But here's where sardines come into play. A study published in Clinical Nutrition in 2021 examined how incorporating sardines into the diets of older adults with prediabetes might influence their risk of developing type 2 diabetes. The findings were compelling. Those who consumed sardines twice a week saw a substantial reduction in their risk of progressing to type 2 diabetes compared to a control group. The improvements weren't just in risk reduction. Other health markers also showed significant benefits. Participants had elevated levels of HDL, high-density lipoprotein, or good cholesterol, lower triglyceride levels, and reduced blood pressure. So, how do sardines deliver such impactful health benefits? The answer lies in the impressive nutritional profile of these small fish. Sardines are packed with nutrients that complement each other to provide comprehensive health benefits, including omega-3 fatty acids, protein, vitamin D, and calcium. These nutrients work synergistically to support cardiovascular health, reduce inflammation, and regulate blood sugar levels, key factors that contribute to diabetes prevention. By eating sardines twice a week, individuals can tap into a natural and affordable source of these essential nutrients. Moreover, Sardines are a relatively inexpensive alternative to other forms of omega-3 supplementation, making it an accessible option for many. 4. Brain health. The connection between omega-3 fatty acids and brain health is well documented. Omega-3s are essential fats that play a critical role in the structure and function of brain cells. Among the different omega-3 fatty acids, DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, is the one that has been most closely linked to cognitive health. A 2018 review published in the journal Nutrients analyzed 25 studies that explored the impact of omega-3s on cognitive function throughout the lifespan. The results were striking. For children, omega-3s like DHA were shown to enhance literacy, attention, and visual processing. For older adults, omega-3s helped improve cognitive performance and even slowed the decline of cognitive function. But while omega-3 supplements are widely available, there's an increasing body of evidence suggesting that consuming whole foods that are rich in omega-3s may be more beneficial than taking supplements. This is where sardines shine. Sardines are an exceptional source of DHA, making them an ideal food for brain health. In fact, they are often recommended as a more bioavailable source of omega-3s compared to supplements, which may not always be absorbed as effectively by the body. One of the challenges faced by many individuals, particularly in Western diets, is that they do not consume enough DHA. In fact, many Americans fall short of their recommended omega-3 intake, potentially impacting their cognitive function over time. Sardines offer a simple, tasty, and cost-effective solution to this problem. By including sardines in their diet, individuals can significantly increase their intake of DHA without the high cost of omega-3 supplements. A common concern with seafood is mercury contamination. Larger fish, like tuna and swordfish, tend to accumulate high levels of mercury because they are higher up the food chain. However, sardines are small fish that sit at the bottom of the food chain, meaning they contain very little mercury, making them one of the safest seafood options, especially for vulnerable groups like pregnant women and young children. Still, it's best to consume a variety of seafood to balance out your nutrient intake. If you're concerned about the environmental impact of your food choices, sardines are an excellent option. As small, fast-reproducing fish, sardines have a relatively low environmental impact compared to larger fish and land animals. Sardine fishing has lower bycatch rates, the unintentional capture of other marine life, compared to many other commercial fishing practices. Additionally, because they're lower on the food chain, sardines require fewer resources to produce, making them a more sustainable animal protein source. If you're curious about sardines but unsure how to start, try simple preparations. Spread them on whole grain toast with a squeeze of lemon and a crack of black pepper, or mash them with a little olive oil and serve on crackers. These options highlight the fish's natural flavor without requiring complex cooking techniques. For a more robust dish, add them to pasta with garlic, olive oil, and parsley. The other flavors complement the sardines and balance their intensity. If you find the fishy taste too strong, try sardines packed in tomato sauce, which mellows the flavor. You can also rinse them before eating to reduce the intensity. While sardines are an incredible food, here are a few practical considerations. Sodium. Some canned sardines can be high in sodium. So if you're watching your salt intake, look for lower sodium options or rinse them before eating. Oil or water. Sardines come packed in various liquids like olive oil, vegetable oils, water, or sauces. The type of liquid affects the flavor and calorie count. Sardines packed in oil tend to have more flavor, but also more calories. Gout. Sardines are high in purines, which can trigger gout flare-ups in susceptible individuals. If you have gout, you may want to limit your sardine consumption. The science is clear. Sardines are an incredibly nutritious, affordable, and sustainable food. Their combination of omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, calcium, protein, and other key nutrients offers incredible benefits for heart health, bone strength, brain function, and even diabetes prevention. Most people would likely improve their nutritional intake by adding sardines to their diet a couple of times a week. Not only do they offer great health benefits, but they're also easy on the environment and your wallet. Are sardines a miracle food? Perhaps not. but they come pretty close, offering a perfect blend of cost-effectiveness, sustainability, and nutrition. The real challenge lies not in their health benefits, but in overcoming cultural biases and unfamiliarity, something a little curiosity can help us overcome. So, the next time you're at the grocery store, pick up a can of sardines. Your body, your wallet, and even the planet might just thank you for it. Did you already know about any of these benefits of eating sardines? Which one surprised you the most and why? Leave a comment below, and if you found this video helpful, type yes in the comments. We also encourage you to check out these other videos we've selected just for you.